KSW.
Please welcome to the show, Kyle Cease.
Thank you.
I remember, and this is how it is with you. You go through women. Well, I don't want to say a lot, but I remember the last girl you were with, and I don't think this is the girl you're getting engaged to. If I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
It could
about
be
that.
the comedy riot. I was like, I don't know.
No, because I remember hearing. Because you and I have had conversations, because Kyle and I are actually buddies, and I remember you saying in a very nice way, I'm not with her anymore, and you were very complimentary. You really didn't use any words that began with the letter B or C. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
MF,
no, I've stopped doing that because it backfires on you.
But it was applicable. I really think it worked because you hashtagged the MF part of it.
Right.
But
she was one of my few that I stayed really close friends with. She's just awesome, you know. But let me tell you something. When you live on the road, you know, I'm not touring nearly as much, but when you live on the road, it gets you very.
No, you're not being literal with that, right? You actually they let you stay in a hotel wherever you go and all that.
No, it's literally on a street,
right on the road.
Yeah, but when you do that, it gets you into this very hyperactive thing where everybody just like is so attentive to you, and it gets you in this very quick paced thing, and it's very, very hard to maintain a relationship. And I've done a lot of inner work on myself so that I can finally do it.
So are you saying that your lifestyle is sort of sped up to the point that where the average person that doesn't have that kind of quick pace, they might have a longer courtship? Is that what you're saying?
I think that yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah.
So
but I think that I spent this last year really doing a lot of trying to get myself back to not being so, you know, I mean, it's almost, if you just look at my
act. I completely understood that last statement. I would like to put that on a card and just put it on. I spent my last years trying to get myself back to, you know.
Yeah, just being a human.
Put that in a book. That's a book title. Eckhart. Come on, make it happen.
Totally. Back to you know. Eckhart Tolle. I'm sure everyone loves him that listens to this. But when I was 12, I started doing comedy, and it's been a very crazy, fast-paced life, and I have to literally had to shift everything I wanted to be. And while I was my buddy Diego's here, and he's also a comic.
Is he the one you're engaged to?
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Hey, not anymore.
Okay.
But
because here's where I think you're going. Because us folks that don't know the lifestyle of somebody, because you live in L.A., you do movies, you do lots of videos, Comedy Central, you've won awards, you were your first place winner of Comedy Central.
Got 2
Stand-Up
shows
Showdown.
Tonight. You know.
Yeah. So I mean,
Parlor Live.
We don't understand the relationships in that world because we see them and we read the magazines. You know, Brad and Angelina, Brad and this, Brad and Jennifer, and we go as people who don't live that lifestyle. We go, how do these guys go back and forth in between people so much? But you're saying it's sort of like
think about this: if you live on the road, you have the choice of being completely celibate or meeting a new person in every city.
I don't think I'd have a choice. I think it would just be a given that I'd have to be.
And add to that you're staying next to a Walmart in the middle of Mississippi or something from a Wednesday through Sunday, just looking for something to do. You either got to learn to meditate like crazy, or become totally celibate and cry, or I wasn't into.
So you found someone.
Well, my buddy Diego and I were doing a documentary where last year we started going, what would happen if for 90 days we literally worked on our, just our careers and ate crazy healthy for 90 days? Because I heard once you do something for 90 days, it becomes a habit.
Oh, like a Supersize Me thing.
Kinda, yeah, but the positive way, and first of all, the whole career shifted, and everything was different. But I went into Whole Foods with Diego.
Hey, I know that store.
Yeah, and there was a cashier. And this
look
girl,
at you little devil, you.
I looked at her and was so insanely attracted to her. And Diego and I go out in the car, and I said, and Diego can vouch for this, I said, that is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like, my stomach was hurting. I was like, I have to go back in. I was already picturing ways that I would maybe make a video for her, go through the line again and have a video on why she should have a date with me and have a whole. I think I had the whole thing spelled out.
Ask her out on YouTube or something.
No, like go through the line and hand her a DVD and it's this video where I'm going, hi, my name's Kyle Cease, and let me show you what I'm good with pets, and watch me play piano.
Did Diego talk you out of that?
I was saying to him. And in our documentary, there's a girl I really like. And then check this out. I go to another Whole Foods, and I had talked to her a couple times, and I knew her name was Amanda. And this guy that worked at the other Whole Foods goes, "Oh, my girlfriend Amanda."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, I sure don't need to buy this smoothie."
And then you gave him the DVD.
Right. I go, here's why you should break up with your girl. I'll be way better for her. And so for 6 months, I just kept going into that Whole Foods.
Oh, wow.
And it was funny because I was literally
So you stalked her.
pacing, kind of. But I mean, I wasn't a jerk. It wasn't weird. Like,
why does this sound like the plot to Raising Hope? I mean, it really does.
well, it seemed to work because I went. But picture this too. This is really true. I was like in the produce section pacing back and forth just because I was going to go through her line, buying things I completely didn't need, right? And her line had like 4 or 5 people in it. All the other lines were constantly open, right? So I'm like in 5th in line holding like an almond, and waiting to go through the line. And then I get to the front, and as I'm going through, all the other cashiers, sir, I'm open over here. That's okay.
No,
I'm going to go in sir, I'm open over here. Don't screw this up for me. And then finally I get to the front and let me just say hello. Say hi. She's heard hello before. Hi. Oh, that was stupid, Kyle. And then I went through and then.
What did you do about the boyfriend, though?
Well, check this out. I had a show at a comedy club in L.A. on July 3rd.
Okay.
And in between shows, she looked at me and said, oh, I'm single. And the second show was the first standing O that comedy club had ever had. Look, I was nuts on that stage. I was like, I'm going to do about 6 hours here, and destroyed it. And the next day on the 4th of July, she and I talked for 7 hours, and then every single day we've done that. And
The 4th of July of this year?
Yeah.
And now you're engaged.
Right.
We're still in July.
I know.
What?
And you know what's funny is a lot of people said you're moving too fast, and I don't.
Jeez,
I'm saying you're taking way too much time on this.
Yeah, I know.
It's about
What do you mean?
time you
Hold
put a
on.
ring on
Well,
her
we're going to
finger.
divorce next month.
Hold on. A lot of people? I think all the people.
I don't
Jeez.
care. I don't even know what. Look, I'm
not
totally
saying you're
crazy
doing
about
it,
it.
Kyle, you do you and you marry
Yeah.
this, bro.
I do
Do it.
not care.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
I
I
do
just
not
want to
care.
talk to the person out of all the people that did. That's the perfect
Look,
timing.
so
Who's
many
the person
people
that goes,
say. Here's my thought. So many people go.
Diego, save him! Pull him out of the fire, Diego.
Diego's for it, right?
Yes.
Do you want to open tonight?
I agree with everything Kyle says 190%.
The price of comedy.
No, man, and that's the weirdest.
So
thought.
so this is really interesting. Are you? I'm your buddy.
Yeah.
And I know, like, you're into a lot of positivity. Read a lot of the books that I do and everything. It's all cool.
I'm nuts about her.
I know you're nuts about her. And I think that might be the part is the problem. Is
Right.
that
when people
literally, I think you're nuts about her.
When people say to me, "It's too fast," to
what do
me,
you
they're
say?
too fast only could mean based on what the average person does. Like, you'd have to make a speed that's already average. But what the average person does, I don't want to do. You know what I mean? A lot of times people are.
Let me ask this, because engagement's one thing. When's the wedding? If you say in 2020, then I'll be winking at you.
August
going,
7th.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's way too long.
Oh, yeah.
No, we don't have a date. And
You're a smart man. I like it.
Yeah.
No date. See, that's still the bailout.
Yeah,
There
so
you
we're still
go.
safe.
All
So you
right.
proposed to her. Did you kick yourself at all for giving away that engagement ring on the YouTube?
no one give her the same one.
Why not?
Because it didn't work before. But
it's a
this,
nice
hey,
ring.
third time's a charm.
Well, you should have taken it in and had it serviced.
Yeah, I know. I had it serviced.
This is your third engagement?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh.
No,
Okay,
no.
Actually, I
But
do.
you did.
No, I
Yeah,
do,
you
actually.
totally meant to do
I
that.
really did.
Yeah. You could have held that back, BJ.
I honestly, Kyle, and this is why I love Kyle, because Kyle is such a great guy, and he really is who he is. I mean, this is Kyle just taking his heart, going, "Look, I'm going full into it, man." Once Kyle's involved with his heart, and he's like, "There's no stopping me. I'm diving into the deep end."
Right.
3 engagements in how many years?
But in like 12, like the
12 months. That's not bad.
When I in '99 Y2K, I was married. I was engaged. I mean, not married. But
That's not bad. But then the how about
a few years ago was the
years
next
ago.
one. But
all right. That's
you
not
know,
bad.
Yeah,
That's I mean,
I definitely, a lot of people go like, well, see, those last ones didn't work out. But here's the thing. I don't have any regrets for them. Like, when I was dating anyone or breaking up with anyone, I was constantly happy and seeing the good in it. And like I was, everyone goes,
So
see, I
what's
don't
the
want you to get
over-under?
hurt. Well,
What-
if she and I don't work out, I'm not hurt.
But
I played full in.
You have another ring to give away.
Yeah.
would
Dude,
you-
you know how great that's working out?
now, Kyle, if we set up a little pool, would you be mad at me if I bet against you?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, I'll bet.
'Cause I
What do you?
love you.
Now, what constitutes winning? Like, you're gonna 50 years from now be like, well, you
marriage.
could still.
It'll be like the over. Like what I have to
Marriage.
do is like a Deadpool.
What do you want, $1,000? I'll bet you.
What date will be the death of this relationship? Like that kind of a pool.
Okay.
Again, I'm all for you as a human.
No,
but
because
I
it
wanna
just motivates
profit-
me the other way.
I have to profit on patterns that I know from my buddy.
So what's the bet?
Steve, what do you
what's
think?
the amount? And what's
we put
the
it-
date?
I think the bet should be, does he go through with the marriage?
Yeah,
Right.
and then whoever's closer to the time the marriage ends, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I thought it was just a simple yes, no. Does he go through and actually get married?
Oh,
to this
that's
woman?
easy. We know it's going to be, Kyle. But I mean,
Well, I've never been married yet.
He hasn't been married
that's
yet.
what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why the answer
Apparently nobody's listening to me. I think it's a pretty simple bet.
What's
That
your bet?
If he gets married, he wins the bet. If he doesn't get married, you win the bet.
I'm not betting with Kyle. I'm starting a pool with the show when we pick the closest to the date of when he's going to. Because it's not, to me, it's not a yes no question.
Well, then
It's
we
a
got to wait
definite-
and find out when the marriage is. You can't make a pool until you have the end date.
No, I'm saying the pool will be how long will this relationship last?
So, but we have
that's
to
the
come up
goal.
with a tangible mark that I pass. You know what I'm saying? And then
that won't be
because I want in on the bet.
I'm already taking
I
10
won't-
days.
10 days.
10 days. I'm thinking that I'll win in 10 days.
Because I want to go like $1,000 by 3 years from now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I can't. I have to pick a number because
right.
other's we could be together 10 years, and you'd be like, "Well, you're still not."
All right, we're going to work this out, Steve, and we're going to. You know what? We'll post something on the Facebook wall. We'll work it out. It'll be a little thing. We'll maybe even do a video at some point, Kyle, where you can prove me wrong. And I hope I motivate you for this to be a long and happy
Oh, it
relationship.
totally does.
That's what I want
It
to do.
totally does. It's
stuck
like
with
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah,
like when they
exactly.
told him 2 months to live, and he's like, "I'm going to win 11 championships."
I can see the vows. I'm marrying you because I won $1,000 from BJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, and
because I want my
that
boy,
covers my
boy
divorce.
Kyle.
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.